Harper Audio presents Settle for More by me, Megyn Kelly. Prologue. Tough questions. Debate Day, August 6th, 2015. I woke up in Cleveland excited for what was to come. We had been preparing for this for more than 2 months, powering through countless meetings, calls, and arguments among members of the debate team as to which questions lived and which died. And tonight would be the culmination of all that hard work. I would be co-moderating the first Republican primary debate of the 2016 election season. The election had been a mess so far. Still in the running were nearly 20 candidates, most with impressive resumes and a long list of accomplishments. That meant we had a real job to do. Give the American people some actual information on these contenders so they could begin deciding who they might want to replace Barack Obama. The lower polling candidates, those ranking below 10th, would appear in a separate undercard debate. We only had to worry about those polling in the top 10. Donald Trump, Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, Scott Walker, Ted Cruz, Ben Carson, Mike Huckabee, Rand Paul, John Kasich, and Chris Christie. I'm an over-preparer, so I had researched and rewritten my questions over and over again, until I believed they were as tight and pointed as possible. Before getting out of bed, I looked at my iPhone, which was where I kept the questions. I scrolled through them yet again, toggling back and forth between that file and incoming texts and emails from friends and colleagues. Knock 'em dead. Good luck, they wrote. You'll do great. I ordered breakfast in my room, threw on some jeans and a t-shirt, and out the door I went. I felt great. It was a beautiful day in Ohio, and I was as ready as I'd ever be for that night's big event. The car picked me up at my hotel at 10 a.m. to take me to the convention center. The debate team was going to meet one last time to go over the questions and logistics and to take into account any news of the day. "Oh, Miss Kelly," the driver said when I got into the car, "I'm a huge fan of yours. I want to help you. I'll answer phones for you. I'll do anything you want me to do today. I'll iron your suit. I'll run errands. May I go and get you a coffee?" "No, thank you," I said. "I'm good." "Let me get you a coffee," he said. "No, thanks," I said. "I'm really okay. They have coffee there." "I insist," he said. "I'm going to Starbucks to get you a coffee." Now, I don't really like Starbucks coffee. I prefer plain old convention center coffee, and a lot of it. But I didn't want to be rude, so I said, okay. I walked into the hall feeling fine, excited that this day had finally arrived. Once there, I ran into Howie Kurtz, our Fox News media critic. I remember telling him that if the public had any idea what had been happening between me and Donald Trump the last few days, it would be the biggest story in the country. Among other things, he had threatened me in an angry phone call, called Fox News executives to complain that my coverage of him was not to his liking, and made multiple attempts to interfere in the debate process. Trump had announced his candidacy only 2 months earlier, and he was already the frontrunner for the nomination. Howie, good reporter that he is, wanted to know more. Someday, I told him. Little did I know how that story, a few phone calls and some menacing words from a candidate few thought had any real chance, would pale in comparison to the one that would emerge that night on the debate stage and that would come to dominate the next year of my life. The night before the debate, I'd called my friend and colleague, Dana Perino, former White House press secretary under George W. Bush, and now a host on Fox News. She'd already been attacked by Trump. I read her my lead question for him, the question no one was asking, even though it was key to his future as a candidate. Essentially, it was, given your reputation for saying controversial things about and to women, how will you fare against a female candidate? Dana said she thought it was fair. So did I, but we both knew that Trump wouldn't like it, and there could be blowback. He had tried to embarrass Dana on Twitter after she criticized his announcement speech, and that was just for a passing comment she made on the air. This was a presidential debate stage. I didn't want to be attacked, but I had a job to do, and that was that. I joined the fellow members of my debate team inside the Cleveland Cavaliers Stadium. My co-moderators, Brett Baer and Chris Wallace, our digital politics editor, Chris Steyerwalt, and Bill Salmon, the head of our debate team and Washington bureau chief, were all there, along with our producers and limit.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?